Good morning. 10 years ago, I had a dream. I had a revelation. I saw something in the sky. It wasn't real. Because if it was real, then I've got a schizophrenic mental disorder. Psychology, PSI, P&H, a phantom in the night, moons of Mars that they call phobias, moons of Mars that they call demons, demas and phobias, tritons and titans, luna and loon, Monday and loon and lundi in French. The system we live in that I and you and many others in numerological configurations can understand in the numbers, many, many, many words, although it takes a big time. What I'm coming out here in this video to do is this: if your child has been in the Army for 15 and 20 years, coming into the Army at 22, 23, and now 45, and has already stepped out, if he can come on and check out what's going in our world with these people, what is happening, what does it mean, what is a criminal, how can you create a criminal? I can put 1 million people in jail today. If everybody would step forward, I can put 100 million people in jail today, right now. 100 million people by the snap of my finger. This is the way it's going to go. If 100 million people watch my video and you are a drug user of any sort, if you drink too much alcohol, if you smoke weed, if you do LSD or any other drug, if you're a manufacturer of a drug, if you're in your car speeding right now or at any moment in the last 24 hours, we all have to be jailed. That's what a criminal is. It's a law that is imposed by the choice of few upon the rest of all. So if you're doing any of this, please take a step forward. Let's all go to jail at the same time. How would you like to have a ball? 100 million people of us going to jail. 200 million people of us can go to jail. What about if you slapped your child? You go to jail. Because there's laws for all of this. And if we really seriously think, what happens if we speed? And let's put these people, when you make a vote and sign your name, you give the right of 100 people. From 100 million people, you give the right of 100 people to make new laws, set up police forces where I want a job. You watch out for these guys. They all want to get away with highway robbery. They're all getting away with highway robbery. They'll paint you a good picture. We'll paint you a good picture. You'll paint us a good picture. They put me against you and you against me. I have a hard time speaking to my son because what he's learned in school. I have a hard time speaking to my ex-wife because what she learned from her friends on the street. How so confusing before man really knows the lie? How hard is it to turn a man away from a lie? Well, I'll give you $100. Come take this job. Don't worry, it's legal. $100 it's going to pay. 150, 200, you get 400 a day. You'll do the job because it isn't marked illegal, and if it is, it's not really that illegal because you understood from your boss. Otherwise, your boss wouldn't have the permit to do it. The illusion of the reality is the understanding of what you see, but you can't understand that somebody else would lie to you. You would never think that Big Pharma was against anything. Do you know Big Pharma, what they've been doing? They've been medically taking apart animals just to see what else they can do to them, to make them grow, to make them live longer, to make them grow heavier. I've been on a chicken farm and a pig farm for a year. Do you know how weak the heart of a chicken is? Actually, it's not weak. Let me put it in other words. You scare a chicken, he freaks out, he flies into the air and has a heart attack. His blood and veins aren't made to do that. That's why they got the cock here. The more the cock-a-doodle-doo, the blood goes up, cock-a-doodle-doo, the blood goes up until you have a red sun. 27, 72, red and brown, numerological numbers that we put together because he could, and I am. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. There's just so much. I feel trapped. I feel like I'm going nowhere. It feels like every time I speak, all I'm getting is frustrated because nobody understands. But I won't stop, and I can't think that way. I have to keep thinking the reality of why I first came on here, only so I can see myself speak, only so I can go back. I thought I was only going to do 20 or 30 videos so I can go back on my thoughts, but now I'm into 3,500 already. I took my house and painted Nibiru all over my house. See, that's 1841. 1841 is the same as saying 1812 or 1821, because what happens is everything comes with a block to the left and above. If it was to the left, it'd be two minuses like this. If it was above, it would look like equal and a sandwich. 12 is half. 14 is 1/4. 2 quarters, one on each side, equals to the half of the totality. Half above and half below. Many, many numbers, even on your telephone, they don't have a number for the number 1. But on the keyboard, they show an exclamation point. But in 1950, on the keyboard, okay, they didn't even have a number 1. You had to use something else. The design of the I letter and the 1 letter come together in Roman numerals 1. But the I letter is number 9. 1 and 9 are the exact 2 words that come together. 1, when you start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, well, number 1 is actually inside the 9 in the 9 card. It's inside the 5, so 1 shouldn't even be there at all, because it doesn't play until it hits 1, until it actually hits 3, 5, and 9, in which 3 is only saying I am the center of the center. 9 is saying I am the center of the middle of the above and below. 4 above, 4 below, 4 in the middle. The 9 card shows 12. Let me see if I can get this out. I'm going to show you how the 9 card is actually 12. Here's the 9 card. Okay, you have these 2 at the top, these 2 at the bottom. These 2 here with these 2 here. That's 4 and 8. You have this 4 here and this 4 here. 4, 8, 12, and 1 is 13. That's your 9 card, but let's not turn it this way, and let's not put it this way. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. 9 is 12. You remember? 1 house, 2 house. Look at this down here. See this? 2 up, 3 up. These 3 together, these 2 upside down. These 2 come together as 2. These 2 come together as 3. It's 3 and 2 and 4. 3, 2, 4, or 5 and 4, which is exactly saying sun, love. Raphael, for the last time, before I go on to the next part, space that we live, S-P-A-C-E, S&P 35, which is the energy of he. Now I'm going to confuse you, so I won't. I'm just going to stop. Just remember, silver is 85, matrix is 85, angels are 58, 40 is the blue world, 13 is the AC energy. They all come from the same numbers and ride on Herbie the car of the 3 colors of red, white, and blue in Walt Disney. There was something else in there. I don't remember what it was at the moment. Let's leave it at that. Just for me, it's just a fantastic world out there, and I'd love to sit down at a round table and just throw stuff around, because this is big, man. And I believe in whatever Nibiru is, it's going to bring the end of a cycle, a great cycle of 2000 inside a Monopoly. 1 Monopoly board? No. We had 3 Monopoly boards. 3 Monopoly boards, 2 like this and 1 like this. 1 at every point, 1 center to all corners, 1 center to all sides. And I've already talked too much, so I just got to thank you.